Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also, moving up here at the moment. I don't have a very clear vision of this micro count here. It looks difficult. Ethereum is a little bit clearer. For Ethereum, I could make the case that this was a wave 1 here. We came down in a wave 2. We moved up in a 3, even though the wave 3 was quite short but valid. And that this could be a wave 4. This is still possible here for Bitcoin as well, but it shows a little more weakness because we also have here an overlap between waves 1 and 4. Possible 4, so if I count it the same way as I count Ethereum, at least the potential, then this would cut into the wave 1 price region. And then, yeah, we could still get a 5th wave, but it would be a bit messy. Now there's a way around it, but again, this is micro counting. So again, I'm only showing you here briefly the lower level price action. I did discuss the wider chart here in the last video, so feel free to check that out, and tomorrow I'll do that again. But really just here the lower level price action in as a quick update from the previous videos. This could still come down, yeah. I wouldn't be too surprised if we still make one more low here in the 4th wave. The reason is that Bitcoin was quite shied away from reaching the target here, missed it by like $20 or something. However, as I said, we had all the waves down complete, yeah. So we had all waves down complete. However, when you have such a correction complete, like an A, B, C correction off the high, then you need to be watching for the turnaround. When the turnaround then occurs, you need to be watching, do we create an impulse? At the moment we don't, or at least not a highly reliable one. It would be a reliable one if, or had, wave 1 been an impulse. Wave 1, only a diagonal. Okay, so that already puts it all at a little bit of in an unreliable situation here. So if wave 1 was only a diagonal, not an impulse, then okay, at least the wave 2 made a higher low, that's fine. Wave 3 didn't reach the 1.618 extension. We can just double check that. I think it didn't. Maybe it did. Hey, no, it didn't. Very clearly not. So it didn't reach the 1.618 extension. Again, that's not a must, but for a, let's say, ideal wave pattern, which gives confidence, you want that. Okay, it didn't get that. So from that point of view, it currently still looks correct if we only made 3 waves up so far. So yeah, it can still, when you get these corrections down complete and the move up isn't clearly impulsive, you need to have that option on the table that we might be doing a WXY correction here. That's already what I introduced to you in the previous video. Off the high could be we came down in a wave W. This was an X wave, and we're now coming down in Y. And that this was just an A wave, this is a B wave here currently, and we still come down in C to complete the Y wave and would then move up. But for now, we are moving up and we can observe it, and we can also focus carefully on higher as long as this wave 2 low is holding. And this wave 2 low is at 21,545. So that is currently the working support against which we are working, okay? If that fails, the whole pattern here fails. This possible 1, 2, 3 setup is failing. Good for continuation and for giving us further confidence would be if we now break above the wave 3 high here, or at least if we break substantially above 22,250. That would be helpful. But it wouldn't be enough to really confirm we are moving up, because it could also be a B wave in this WXY pattern. Okay, so important would be actually to put the 5 waves in. We need that. So for further continuation to the upside, what we need is, disregard the orange wave B now. What I want to show you is what would we need to finally rally in this sort of 5th wave, which is somewhere here, which we talked about in the previous video. There you go, there. To get to the sort of 26, 27K area. So we need to finish off the 5 waves here in yellow. So that would be a wave 1. We would then have to come down in a wave 2 and sort of move up from here, yeah? This is what we would need. Let me take that out. That might confuse you now. I discussed that in the previous video. But as long as we don't have this wave 2 in place, we can't say with certainty that we had a substantial low in place. And anybody who thinks he or she missed here an entry, you can still enter towards the low of the wave 2. Okay. For now, we are simply watching, are we getting these 5 waves? And, you know, I said there are some difficulties if I compare it with Ethereum, but hey, I could still get away with counting this as a wave 1, this as a wave 2, this as wave 3, this as a wave 4 triangle, because the wave 2 was quite short. Yes, we have an overlap between wave 4 and 1, but there's a case to be made that we say, if this is a triangle, as it could be on the Ethereum chart, basically an A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave, where the wave 4 would end where the wave E ends, then you wouldn't have an overlap between the end of wave 4 and wave 1, which again is valid if you strictly follow the Elliott Wave rules and guidelines. So from that point of view, no rule violation here, and we could simply count it as a bit of a distortion here due to CPI, yeah? And then we could still get a 5th wave. So I'm going to observe that, and if it's a triangle, we might have here a solution tomorrow and could continue to break out. If we get those 5 waves, yeah, then we can count it as a wave 1 and then can hope for a wave 2 to hold key support. So that will be topic for tomorrow and maybe Wednesday, Thursday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah. Well, today, depending on which time zone. So that will be the topic for the remainder of the week. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.